So today we are going to start the lesson Congruence of Triangles. So as I told you last day, this lesson is very much important for you because this lesson is giving you the basic foundation for triangles 1, triangles 2, and also for parallelograms 1, parallelograms 2. For those lessons also this is connected. And most of your proof questions are, will be very helpful. This lesson will be very helpful for most of your proof question. When you understand the theory of congruency, it's very easy to do the proof question. So when it comes to congruency, first I'll tell you what is this, because this is something very new that you have never learned in your lower classes. Congruence or congruency. Okay. Now listen carefully, keep your pens and pencils down and sit back and just listen carefully. So congruency means, suppose if you have two figures, right? You have two figures. Just take my hand, my palms. You have two figures. You have the same shape and you have the same dimension. You can see same shape and same dimension. Then we call that these two figures are congruent. You see, congruent means when you place one on the other, it touches. Then it is called as congruence. Can you understand? So if you have two figures with the same shape and the dimensions, then you call them to be congruent. That is called as congruence. Clear? So congruence of triangles means in this lesson you are considering the triangles. So if you take two triangles, right, just look at the board. If you take two triangles exactly, right, exactly the two triangles are coinciding. What is coincide? If you keep this on this, it coincide. If you carry and keep this on this, it coincide. So when two triangles are coinciding with each other, we call these triangles as congruent triangles. We call these triangles as congruent triangles. Is that point clear?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, now write down the topic congruence of triangles, lesson number 5. Write down the date and quickly. I'll give you 1 minute for writing the topic and getting ready quickly.
Done, teacher.
Okay, great.
It means
Right, now write down. I'm going to give you a few notes first of all. I'm going to give you the definition for congruent triangles, and some other important points. So first write down, first point. If two figures have the same shape, if two figures have the same shape, and dimensions, and dimensions, they are called to be congruent. They are called to be congruent. Second point, if two triangles exactly coincide,
exactly
spellings are on the board, exactly coincide with each other, then they are said to be congruent triangles. In your first point, underline the word congruent. In your second point, underline the word congruent triangles. Right, now third point. There are 6 elements in a triangle. There are 6 elements in a triangle. Comma, they are the 3 sides and 3 angles. They are the three sides and three angles.
Miss, can you repeat again?
Yes, there are 6 elements in a triangle.
Okay, Miss.
They are the three sides and three angles.
They are
The three sides and the three angles. So why did I tell you that? Very important point. That is the most important point. In your congruency lesson, you will be learning 5 congruency rules. Those 5 congruency rules are totally based on the 3 sides and the 3 angles. So if you have no idea how many sides are there in a triangle, how many angles are there in a triangle, that would be difficult for you. So that's why I gave you that point also. Now write down the 4th point, point number 4. Now listen, before you write down, I'll explain. After that only you had to write, so don't. First point is, if two figures have the same shape and dimensions, they are said to be.
Miss, can you repeat again?
First point I'm repeating again. If two figures have the same shape and dimensions, they are said to be congruent. Okay, I'll come back to the point now. So listen very carefully. Suppose you have two congruent triangles. Let me take the earlier figure. You have two congruent triangles. This is congruent, okay? Because if you take this and place it, it's getting congruent. Listen very carefully. In two congruent triangles, always remember the sides are equal to one another. For example, if I tell you this is 5 centimeter, if it is congruent, listen carefully. If these two triangles, what did I tell? If these two triangles are congruent, the sides, corresponding means this particular side is equal to that particular side. Corresponding sides are equal. It's true, right? If they are not equal, can I place this triangle? I can't place. If they are equal only, I can exactly coincide it. Clear? So remember, if you get, if two triangles are congruent, corresponding means this base is this base. This is 4, this is also 4. If this is 5, this is 5. If this is 7, this is 7. Can you understand? So corresponding sides are getting equal. Is that clear?
Yeah, teacher.
Now
Yes.
write down point number 4. If two triangles are congruent, if two triangles are congruent, then the corresponding,
Miss, can you repeat again?
listen once and write. Y'all are grade 10s, okay? If two congruent triangles, sorry, if two triangles are congruent, if two triangles are congruent, the corresponding, if two triangles are congruent, the corresponding, and put this mark, what do you call this? Semicolon, put a semicolon. And below, now you wrote the sentence here, below this, put number 1 and write down. Sides are equal to one another. Sides are equal to one another. That's what I explained here. If two triangles are congruent, corresponding sides are equal to one another. First tell me, did everyone understand what I taught you here? It will be difficult for me if I go to the rules if you didn't understand this. Is that clear for you?
Yeah.
Clear,
Understood,
miss.
miss.
Okay. That means I'll explain another way also. I have a small piece of paper here. Just think I taught this for two pieces. Okay, just think I have two pieces. If I can place this on one another, if this is coinciding correctly, if it is coinciding, I can tell that this side centimeter is equal to this side centimeter. This side centimeter is equal to this side centimeter. That's why we call this congruent. That means because this is congruent, I can tell that sides are equal. Similarly, second rule. Now, before you write down, listen. Second rule is if two triangles are congruent, even the angles are congruent. Angles are equal. Angles getting equal how? This side. Can you see? This side is congruent with this side. That means if 90 is here, angle here also 90. If angle here is 45, angle here also 45. If angle here is 45, angle here is also 45. That means if two triangles are congruent, angles are equal to one another. Angles are equal. The corresponding angles are getting equal. Always remember the word corresponding. Corresponding means that relevant angle. This relevant angle to this relevant angle. This relevant angle to this relevant angle. Like that. So write down the second point. Angles are equal to one another. Okay, now you learn two things. If two triangles are congruent, angles are equal, sides are equal. Now let's go to the third point. Listen very carefully. I'll take the same paper what I took before. There is an area for this paper. It is a rectangle. Just think this is 3 centimeter, this is 4 centimeter. 4 into 3, 12 square centimeter area. So since these two figures are congruent, I can tell these two figures are having the same area. So always remember, if you get two triangles, what triangles? Congruent triangles. If you get two congruent triangles, remember their areas are also equal. Now listen very carefully. I'll tell you something. This is the first page you are writing for the lesson congruency. But remember, the points what you are writing here should be like, written on the stone. You should never forget this point. These are very important when you are going to the proof questions, right? They will ask you all to prove the areas are equal. Then you have to remember, okay, these two triangles are congruent. So if two triangles are congruent, I learned that if two triangles are congruent, their areas are also equal. So we'll write the third point now. Areas are equal to one another. So these points are not there in your textbook. They are in the questions only. So I have given you all easily to remember. Write down. Areas are equal to one another. So what did I say now? If two triangles are congruent, corresponding sides are equal, corresponding angles are equal, corresponding areas are equal. Okay, that's enough. Then write the last point. Congruency, last point, separate point. Congruency is briefly denoted by the symbol, and write this within inverted commas, by the symbol within inverted comma, write down this symbol. This is the congruency symbol. Right, I'll give you 2 minutes. Carefully take your time and read the note and understand it before we go to the cases of congruency. We have to learn 5 rules of congruency. In your textbook, you will have 5 separate exercises for each rule. So before I go into the deep part of the lesson, understand what I have taught you up to this point and see whether everything is clear. If it is clear, drop me a message or text in the Zoom chat that it is clear. Right, now we are going to the most important part, right? Write down. Cases of congruency. Write down cases of congruency. Now we are coming into the lesson. Cases of congruency. First of all, I'll tell you all the cases in a summarizing way, in a summarization, right? I'm not going to give you lengthy notes. In all the cases, we are going to learn in summarization, and then we are going to focus on each cases separately. So keep your pens and pencils down and sit back and listen. I told you 5 cases are there. Case number 1 is something like this. Just imagine I have 2 triangles. Keep your pens and pencils down, sit back and focus on the lesson. 2 triangles. And these 2 triangles we are going to show that they are congruent. How are they congruent? Under one rule. What is the rule? Just imagine this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side. Why have I put like this? To show that those sides are equal. Now you can see in both these triangles, corresponding sides are getting equal. If I take this and keep on this, exact sides are getting coincided. You can see for this case, I have taken the sides of the triangle. How many sides I have taken? How many sides?
6
3
sides.
3 sides. So this is called as SSS rule. SSS rule. This is called as the SSS rule. So you don't want to put dots. Sometimes you can directly write it as well. Why do I call it SSS? Side, side, side. This congruency is based on sides. Second congruency rule is if we have 2 triangles and we are considering the congruency under 2 sides and 1 angle. Under the rule of 2 sides and 1 angle, we call this as SAS rule. That means side, angle, side. The third congruency rule is if we have 2 triangles, let me take a different one. Now you can see. I have taken 2 angles and 1 side. We call this as ASA rule. ASA rule. This is the third congruency. Clear? And finally, the last congruency rule, the fourth one, is easiest. That comes only for right angles. Always remember, that comes only for the right angled triangles. And we call this as right angle. This is the hypotenuse. And this rule is mostly based on like this. Here, see, we call this as the RHS. Why RHS? Right angle, hypotenuse, hypotenuse, and side, side. RHS. So what are the 4 rules here? SSS, SAS, ASA, RHS. So in your textbook, it's given as SSS, AAS. This is given as AAS also. You can, anything is okay. AAS is also fine. In some papers, we can see ASA also. This both are acceptable. SAS, RHS. These are the 4 rules. Is that clear?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, just for the brief knowledge, we'll write this down. So write below the topic, write down. Elements that are sufficient, write down. Elements that are sufficient for 2 triangles to be congruent. For 2 triangles to be congruent.
Can you repeat again?
Yeah, elements that are sufficient for 2 triangles to be congruent. Always remember, for congruency, three elements, three things should be proved, right? Three things should be proved. I'll teach you that part later. Now copy down these four figures. Clearly copy down four figures. Mark all the data marked on the figures. In front of them, write the rules. So I think around 4 minutes will be enough to do this work. Now write down a point below. Write down a single point below. If you come to a conclusion, write down. If you come to a conclusion, if you come to a conclusion that two triangles are congruent, that two triangles are congruent, that two triangles are congruent, then you can come to a conclusion, then you can come to a conclusion that other similar characters are equal. Okay, now we are going to start the first question of this lesson. Have a look. There's my marker. Okay, now I have taken two triangles here. Tell me, are these two triangles congruent or they are not congruent?
Congruent.
The ones who are saying congruent or not congruent, just send me in the chat box yes, no. Congruent, if it is congruent, send yes. If it is not congruent, send no. Congruent means when you place one triangle on another, they coincide. Two people here, okay, 3, 4, responding. Others also respond. I want everyone to respond. Very good. Right, they are congruent. Very good. Now my answer for this is, okay, they are congruent. Listen, okay, don't write anything. Now you told me this is congruent. Yes, your answer is correct. Tell me under which case is it congruent? Under which case?
SAS.
Very good. It is congruent under the case of SAS. Side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. Now tell me what are the corresponding equal sides? What are the corresponding equal sides? That means I'm asking you, if I take this triangle AB side is equal to which side of this triangle?
EF.
ED.
DF. No, not ED.
EF.
AC side is equal to
ED.
angle BAC
BAC.
and equal to
EDF.
did you notice something? If I consider this triangle first, I had to write their data first. If I consider this triangle first, I had to write their data first. So you have to be very careful in that. So writing your data in this format is called as you're writing the congruency. So you should understand, first of all, when you are given two figures, first check whether they are congruent. If they are congruent, see what are the data related to that and write down the case SAS. Right. Copy down this example. I'm going to give you similar questions. In the questions I'm going to give you, you have to write down whether they are congruent, what is the case, and you have to prove. Copy down this example.
Teacher, at last should be write like ABC congruent to DEF.
Sorry.
Like ABC congruent to DEF with that
Yeah,
symbol.
yeah, that okay, that one also I'll teach you. You can write therefore triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF. This is how you are writing the final answer. Okay, now let's go to the questions. I'm going to draw the figures on the board. I'll erase this one now. Okay, now this is your first question. Properly look which angle is there representing in both the triangle. Okay, now do this one. In your answer, I want you to write A, B, C, whether congruent or not. B, what is the rule? C, how do you prove? And then lastly, whether it's congruent or not. If it is not congruent, children, write it like this. This here. Okay, start. Once you are done, tell me so that I can go for discussion.
Done. Teacher.
Okay, very good. Right, let me randomly take a student from here. Yes, Sahdia. Sahdia, tell me, are these two figures congruent or not?
Yes, they are congruent.
Yeah, they are congruent. Right. Rukaya, tell me, if it is congruent, what is the case of congruency?
SAS.
SAS, okay. Rifana, tell me, are these two triangles congruent?
Yes.
Okay. Sabiha, what is your answer?
Miss, answer for which one?
For this one, are these congruent?
Congruent.
Okay, this is the point where all the students are doing the mistake. I'll tell you what. These two triangles are not congruent. Now you will ask why. The reason is, look at these sides carefully. Always remember, in two congruent triangle, the corresponding angle should be there. Listen very carefully. The angle should be included. Now remember this word. What I say? Included. Angle should be included in those sides. That means, children, these two sides, this side and this side. This included angle, if they have given you this included angle, and also in this triangle, if they have given you this included angle, then these two triangles are congruent. Why? That angle is included between the equal sides. But in these two triangles, angle is included somewhere here, this side and this side. That means this in this side, it's not included. It's not included for this side. Angle is included somewhere else in the triangle. Always remember, for two triangles to be congruent under the rule of angles, that angle should be included between the given two sides. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just wanted to explain you that. That's what I gave you to do it. Then you'll understand. Right. Now write down not congruent. So we don't want to prove anything. Just not congruent. That's all. Not congruent. That's it. Now I'll give you the next figure. Now we'll see how you do it. Okay, let's name this one A, B, C, D, E, F or something like that. Second question. Check whether they are congruent or not congruent. If they are congruent, you will have to do A, B, C. If they're not congruent, just write not congruent. Very good, Sahdia. Correct answer. Okay, what do you say, children? Are they congruent? Yes, Rifana, good. Very good. Very good. Everyone are correct. They are not congruent. Why is that? Look at this one. Angle is not included in the side. This should be here. Look at this one. This is okay, but this is not okay. So they are not congruent. Simple. Right. Now I'll give you the next question. I guess it's the third one. Two triangles are there. Can you see? Two triangles are there. Tell me whether they are congruent. Very carefully look at both the triangles. Look at both the triangles in separate way, in two separate ways. Just we'll see how many of you can do it. Congruent or not congruent? Shaskrit, I heard something you said. Okay, most of them are sending correct answers. Okay, if that is, yes, very good, children. It is congruent. They are congruent. If they are congruent, please write down what is the case of congruency and what are the relevant data for the congruency. Okay, somebody is sending case of congruency. Yeah, but I never marked here right angle. Okay, let me go to the question. Right, they are congruent. So how am I going to show that? First, write down. Okay, I'll just teach you something. In the triangle ABD and ADC, I'm considering these two triangles. First, I considered ABD triangle. So I'm writing ABD triangles data first. First data I'm taking is side AB. In ADC triangle, what is the corresponding side equal to AB?
AC.
AC, very good. What is the next data I can take?
BA.
AD equal common line.
Very good. That is the most important thing I want you to understand. AD equal AD, that is the common side. Okay. Okay, sorry, you can't see. That is the common side. AD equal AD. What is the next data I can take?
BAD equal
Very good.
DAC.
BAD angle equal DAC angle. Therefore, triangle ABD congruent to triangle ADC. You can't take RHS. Why? I didn't tell this is a right angle triangle. Okay. So this is the case of what?
SAS.
SAS. SAS. Did you understand how to write congruency cases? Just like this only. Right? What is a triangle? What are the datas? Then is it congruent? What is the case of congruency? Clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay, clear. Then
Yes, teacher.
we'll go to the exercise now. Take your textbook. Exercise 5.1. Start doing question number 1 completely. You have to say whether the triangles are congruent or not. And
Miss,
after
draw.
no need to draw, no need to draw. Listen the question, will you? First of all, you have to say whether they are congruent or not. Okay, if they are congruent, you should do this work, what I taught you. If they are not congruent, just write not congruent. Okay, right. Now start the work, exercise 5.1, page number 51 and 52. I'll explain one question, then I think you can do it. Here, see. First one. In the first one, I'll draw the figure. Okay. Now I'm going to write down this. First, I'm going to write like this. In the triangle PQR and triangle STU. PQR triangle, PQ side is equal to UT side. QR side is equal to ST side. PQR angle is equal to STU angle. Okay, done. Now what am I going to write? Therefore, triangle PQR congruent to triangle STU. This is not over. You should write down, right? I told you. Can you remember? I gave you a point. At last, I gave you a point to write. If you come to a conclusion that two triangles are congruent, then you can come to a conclusion that other similar characteristics are equal. What are the other equal sides? If PQ side is equal to TU side, QR side equal ST side, what are the other remaining sides now? PR and SU. They are getting equal. So you should write down PR is equal to SU. Why are they equal? Because the two triangles are congruent. Automatically they are getting equal. You should write it down. And children, after writing one angle, two angles are remaining. Other two angles. What are the other two angles? P angle and R angle. Tell me, QPR angle is equal to which angle? QRP angle is equal to which angle? Carefully.
QPR equal TUS.
She's saying QPR angle is equal to TUS. Is it correct?
Wrong way.
Why wrong?
Yes.
Yes, correct. TUS. QPR angle is equal to TUS. Look at the figure carefully. Place it, coincide and see. If you coincide and see here, turn this one, coincide it and see this angle to this side coming to this side, then definitely this angle is coming to this side. You have to be very careful. So remaining QRP angle is equal to which angle? TS angle. This one you should write. Other remaining data you have to write down if the two triangles are congruent. I think now you understood how to answer the question. Completely finish question number 1 and tell me. Completely finish it and tell. This is very important. That's why I'm keeping you all to do it in the class. Definitely the second question will be remaining questions I'm trying to give as a homework, but I'm planning to discuss one more question. You might think, why should we write the remaining thing? Because in your O-level paper, you are getting questions like this. Prove that, for example, okay, prove that QPR angle is equal to TUS angle. Definitely, you can prove it in one line. You can tell QPR equal TUS because the two triangle QPR and SUT are congruent. Yes, today's lesson will be congruency lesson completely. And we can't finish this lesson in one session. Most probably we will take 4 sessions because for each case I'm going to focus for each case. So for one day, one case only we can do. If not, you all are getting confused. Okay, Rukaiya, have you finished the second one? Roman number 2?
Yes, miss.
Okay, are they congruent or not?
No.
Definitely that's a no, because you can see angle shown is not an included angle. It is somewhere else. Second one is a no. Third one, Roman number 3. Okay, wait. For second one, I can give you a small explanation also. Writing also I can give. Tell me, in the second one, what are the provided data? Look at the board. Triangle ABC and triangle NLM. Okay. In ABC, I can write AB side is equal to NM side. That is given. BC side is equal to NL side. Now tell me, angle BCA is equal to which angle? It should be equal to which angle?
LNM.
NLM.
Okay, yeah, BCA should be equal to NLM. But though the three datas are there, we don't tell they are congruent. ABC triangle is not congruent to NLM triangle because angle shown is not an included angle. That's the reason. Okay, right. Roman number 3, Rifana, tell me, are those two triangles congruent or not?
No, no.
It's a no. Why? Because angle is not included.
Miss,
Sabiha,
why
Roman,
isn't that is a congruent?
because angle is not included. Not included means, let me take the second question. Here, it's like this. They have given these two sides. Then if it is to be congruent, Sabiha, they should give this angle. But they have given this one. It is not included angle for those two sides. Can you understand? It should be included.
Yes,
It
miss.
should be in
Okay.
between those two provided sides. Okay, Sabiha, tell me now, Roman number 4, are they congruent? Roman number 4, are they congruent?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Tell me if they are congruent. Help me to write down the data now. Triangle XYZ and triangle in NLM. NLM. Okay, Sabiha, tell me XYZ, what are the data? XY is equal to which side? Quick to tell. XY is equal to which side in the triangle NLM? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, teacher.
Sabiha, can you hear me?
Miss, now I can hear you.
Tell me XY is equal to which side?
MN.
Okay, she is telling XY is equal to MN. Correct. Why is it?
LM.
LM. XY is an angle? XY is an angle provided 90 degree. It is equal to which one?
LMN.
LMN. Correct. Now you can write therefore
LMN.
triangle XYZ congruent to triangle NLM. What are the other datas? Remaining datas. Tell me now. Two sides are written. Remaining side is XZ side. XZ side is equal to which side? Sabiha.
LN.
LN. One angle is written, remaining angle is X angle and Z angle. So tell me, Sabiha, YXZ angle is equal to which one? YXZ angle is equal to which one? Carefully look and tell. YXZ is equal to which angle? L angle or N angle? Oh, you have poor connection. Yeah, it is equal to which angle, Rukaiya?
LNM.
Okay, LNM, correct. What is the remaining angle equal to? Rifana? YZX
Y.
angle is equal to which one?
Y.
Yes,
M and N.
NLM. Okay, NLM. What is the case of congruency, Rishma? For this one, what is the case of congruency? Okay, Azima, what is the case of congruency? Quick to tell me, dear. What is the case of congruency? Look at the data and tell me. Case of congruency. Side, angle, side. This is how you are writing the answer for the question number 4, Roman number 4. Shaskrit, have you finished Roman number 5?
Yes, miss.
Okay, are they congruent? Are they congruent, Shaskrit?
Yes, miss.
What is the case of congruency?
RHS.
RHS. Who said hypotenuse is equal in that figure? Is it given? Hypotenuse equal? Is it provided information? No information is provided that hypotenuse is equal in the figure. Roman number 5. Look at the diagram I'm drawing. If you have done wrong, look at the board. I'm considering two triangles. ABC triangle and ADC triangle. ABC triangle first. I can take BC side equal to AD side. This is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, included angle. So I can write down BCA angle equal to DAC angle. These are provided information. What is the next data I can write?
AC common line. Common
Very
side.
good, Ripana. AC side is common. You can't take hypotenuse because they have not said this is common side. AC is equal to AC. What is the case of congruency?
SAS.
Very good. This is SAS. What are the remaining sides? Azima, unmute your mic and tell me. What are the remaining equal sides? Two sides are taken. Remaining side AB is equal to which side?
CD.
Very good. CD. Remaining angle B is equal to which angle?
D.
D. Very good. Remaining angle A is equal to which angle?
C.
C. Very good. Talk louder. C. These are the remaining data. I think now you can understand first case of congruency. Case 1. Quickly copy down if you have not done. I'm going to ask Roman number 6 from Rukaiya. Okay, Rukaiya, ready? Roman number 6. Are they congruent? Rukaiya, can you hear me? Okay, right, sorry. You're doing it. Okay, once you're done, you can unmute and talk. So I'll be waiting until you talk. Others can continue the question up to Roman number 10. Quickly proceed, children. I'll give you 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes here. Okay, any other answers who are saying that is congruent? Question
Yes.
number 6. Okay, let's see whether it's congruent or not congruent. Let me draw it first. There's another lesson connected to that question. If you'd understood it properly, you could have seen. PQR, sorry, R is here. P is here, S is here. They have given this data and they have given its parallel. That's, and they have given these two sides are equal. So I'm going to write triangle PQT and triangle STR. Okay, in triangle PQT, I can see PQ side is equal to SR side given data. I can see QT side is equal to ST side given data. What is the next data?
PR common side. PR
No,
no PR equal SQ.
no. PR equal SQ, we can't tell. Something else is there. Just think, oh, what the hell the examiner is giving the parallel mark. Just think about that. What do you know about angles formed between
Miss,
parallel
there
lines?
is alternate angle.
Vertically
Um,
opposite.
Not vertically, there is alternate angle, and even vertical opposite angle can be taken. This is also accepted, but I'm not going in that way. I'm going in this way. Parallel means the angle formed here is equal to angle formed here, alternate angle. Did you see it is an included angle? So I can write down PQT angle equal TSR angle. Reason is alternate. You should write down alternate. These reasons are given data, given or data. You can write anything. For those things also, they are giving marks. Sometimes they are giving marks in proof questions. Then I can write therefore triangle PQT congruent to triangle STR, and write down what are the remaining sides, remaining angles. Please write them down. Remaining sides and remaining angles. Rukaya, did you understand the question? Azima?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Shashprit, can you tell me what are the remaining equal sides? PT side equal TR side, remaining sides, remaining sides. Remaining angles, Shashprit, tell me what are the equal remaining angles?
TR,
P, PTQ angle is equal to which
PRS,
thing?
PPQ,
PTQ is equal to which angle? I'm asking this angle is equal to which angle? PTQ angle is
PTQ.
STR, child, STR, vertically opposite. Here, see, I'm asking you this question. In this triangle, PTQ is equal to which angle in this triangle?
Oh,
STR triangle.
teacher, we can take QP.
QP, yes, correct. QPT is equal to which angle?
SRP.
Very good, Ripana. SRT. They are the remaining equal sides and equal angles. Sorry, my marker is getting over. I just adjust it, okay? Right. Roman number 5, 6, 7. Roman number 7. Let's take from Sahdia. Roman number 7. Are they congruent?
No.
Very good. They are not congruent. You can see clearly. Only two datas are there. AB equal AD. Common side AC equal AC. So there is no any other data. So with two data, we can't prove congruency. Roman number 8. Sabiha. Are they congruent? Roman number 8, are they congruent? Good question. How many of you are done with Roman number 8? Raise your hand. Roman number 8, 9, 10. How many of you are done?
Miss,
8,
it's
9, 10.
congruent.
Teacher, I have done 80.
Okay, 8th one, she's telling it's congruent. Okay, I'm not going to write anything on the board now. If it is congruent, tell me what are the data?
Who should say, teacher?
Sabiha.
Ah.
Why Sabiha? Today you are late.
SP equal to PQ and
SP
SR
equal
equal to QR.
SR equal to QR, correct?
Then RSP, no, RSP equal to PQR.
Very good. RSP equal PQR. Very good. So what are the remaining sides? PR equal PR, common side, and other remaining angle R angle equal P angle. Okay. And even in your proof of congruency, you can take common side PR. Okay. Then you can get two different answers for this question. Under S, SAS case can come, or else SSS case also can come. SSS case comes because SP equal PQ, SR equal RQ, PR equal PR. This is also correct. SSS case. Or else Abhiha's answer, SAS case. Anything is correct. Is that clear?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay.
Yes,
Roman number 9, Rukaiya, are they congruent?
Yes, Miss.
What is the case of congruency?
SAS.
Very good. SAS, exactly correct. There are parallel lines also, so you can take alternate angles. So I'll tell you the answer. In the triangle ABC and PQR, okay? QR equal AB. Check your answer. QR equal AB. That's provided data. Next one, PR equal BC. Side PR equal BC. The other data is ABR, alternate angles. ABR equal PRQ. ABR equal PRQ. So they are congruent under the case of SAS. Last one, Azima, tell me, are they congruent?
no.
Azima, tell me, last one, are they congruent? Azima, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss. No.
Okay, they are not congruent. Why they are not congruent?
Because they are only parallel and
Okay,
D.
if they are parallel, dear, this angle is
Teacher, it's
equal
not
to this
parallel.
angle. Z letter, alternate.
Teacher, it
Now,
haven't
in my
been parallel.
both angles, I'm getting this angle is equal to this angle, this side is equal to this side, and common side is also there. Can't I tell they are congruent?
Teacher,
Yes, tell, Ripana.
they have given only that parallel line means they haven't given one line for that.
They have given parallel line to Z letter here, but they are not congruent. Reason, if I take these two sides, we can't come to a conclusion that it is in the included angle. We can't come to a conclusion that it is in the included angle. We can come, oh, no, wait. Sorry, I have written this mark wrong. No,
Yeah,
that was
that's right.
okay. Then this is not congruent. Directly we can see only parallel given. Great. Did you understand SSS case?
Yeah,
Yes.
Is that clear? Okay. I think I don't want to discuss any more question. I'll move into the second case. No. Let me discuss one more question. And let's go to question number 5. Question number 5. Start doing that. You have to start doing the question alone. First of all, I'll give you a time of around 8 minutes, 4 minutes each. I'll give you 8 minutes. It's more than enough. Read the question, understand it, and start attempting question number 5. If you finish it early, we
Size
can go to the
5.2.
second case. We'll see how many of you can do Roman number 2 of that question. Complete the question and tell me. Okay, done. Good. Some of them are done.
Done, teacher.
Okay, let's discuss now. It's a good question. They have given a 180 bx is good. Okay, yeah, that's also good. Right. Using the information marked on the triangle ABC, prove that triangle ABX is congruent to triangle CBX. Triangle ABX. This is how you do proof. And triangle CBX. You're given marks, okay, for these things. Then I'm writing. I wrote first ABX. Then I'm looking my triangle ABX. In there I can see AB is equal to CB. Then I can see ABX is equal to CBX. They are provided data. Then I can see BX equal BX. I should write down that is common side. Common side. For this one, I can write down given or data. So I can come to a conclusion. Therefore, triangle ABX is congruent to triangle CBX.
Teacher,
Now,
can we write AF equal BC?
sorry,
AF equal BC?
AX equal BC. Ifana, are you talking about AX equal BC?
Yeah. 5.2, right?
Exercise 5.1, question number 5.
Exercise 5.1. I thought
5.2
it's 5.
still didn't go to that question.
Sorry.
Okay. Right. What is the case of congruence you had right here? SAS.
SAS rule.
Now, Roman number 2, they are telling prove that AXB is 90 degree. That part, how do you do? Here, see. Because this triangle is congruent, I can tell the remaining side AX is equal to CX. Children, I taught you this in grade 9, loci and construction lesson. If you have something like this, and these two sides are equal, then you should know this is 90 degree. Didn't I teach you this? Can remember perpendicular. If the sides are equal, you can tell. Now I can say AX is equal to XC. Why they are equal? That reason is very important. Please write down the reason. I'll read it. Put Roman number 2 and write AX equals CX. Open the bracket and write the reason what I am saying you. Write it down. Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Corresponding sides of congruent triangles.
Topic, miss.
No. In the bracket, write down. That is the reason. Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Always remember, in proof question, if you want to tell that remaining sides are equal or remaining angles are equal, after writing that within the bracket, you should write it down. Corresponding sides of congruent triangle, or else corresponding angles. Those are the points I gave you in the first page of the note. I said, remember them. That's the reason I said you to remember. Then you can write, because they are equal, you can write, therefore, AXB is equal to 90 degrees. Perpendicular. That reason you can write perpendicular. This is how you do the proof question. Usually you are getting 10 marks for this type of questions. You don't believe, you are getting 10 marks for this type of questions.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
Miss, I wrote A plus A equal 180. It's okay.
What?
A plus A equal 180.
No, A plus A is not 180. AXC line is 180 line, but you can't take that reason here. because we can't assure it is a straight line. You have to come to the conclusion only in this way. Because these two triangles are congruent, corresponding sides are, Miss, can we say that it's a right angle? No, you can't say it's a right angle because you don't know it's 90 degree. Now only we are proving it's a 90-degree angle. So we can't say it's a right angle triangle. Only answer for this question is because the corresponding sides are equal. Because the corresponding sides are equal, it's perpendicular. When these two sides are equal, this is getting 90, automatically 90. That's the only reason you have. Okay, let's do question number 6 also. Isosceles triangle divided by 2 is right angle triangle? No. No, we never taught you anywhere. If you divide two isosceles triangle, it becomes a right angle. No, it's not possible. Right? Go to the 6th question. You have to draw the figure in your own. So be careful. It's a challenging question. Problem is there in the drawing of the figure only. We'll see how you do the question. You have to draw the figure. You should do Roman number 1 and you should do Roman number 2. Question number 6. In the quadrilateral ABCD, I'm drawing a quadrilateral first of all. I don't know what is it, but just a four-side quadrilateral. So usually quadrilateral means first coming to our mind is parallelogram. In the quadrilateral ABCD, I'm not writing ABCD now. Diagonal AC. Diagonal AC means A and C are opposite. B and D are opposite. ACBD bisect each other. Diagonals are bisect. What is this bisect means? You have learned it. Bisect means these two sides are getting equal. These two sides are getting equal. Remember that. That is called as bisecting. Then what is at O? Okay, this is O. Then what else? Prove that triangle AOD. AOD. This triangle. This triangle. Okay. I'll share it a little. This triangle and BOC. Triangle BOC. BOC means this triangle. Okay. We are considering those two. Who got this kind of a figure? Raise your hands. I want to check. Very good. Considerable numbers. Sahdia, didn't you get? Not sure. Sahdia? Didn't you get it? Okay, right. AOD. Now tell me, what are the data you can write? Prove the congruency and quickly send me your answers of case of congruency. Let's see who can send them first. Case of congruency for this one.
SAS.
SAS. Excellent. In the triangle AOD, you can see very clearly AO is given. AO is equal to OC. DO is equal to OB. What is the next one? Which angle you took?
AOD equal BOC vertically
Hmm.
opposite angle.
Very good. Reason you should write down. AOD angle is equal to BOC angle, vertically opposite angles. That is the reason. Vertically opposite angle. Then write down. Therefore, triangle AOD congruent to triangle BOC.
I got that, teacher.
Very good. Now they are asking in Roman number 2, the lines AD and BC are parallel to each other. Is it true or false?
True.
How are we going to prove that?
DAO equal ACB alternate are equal.
He is telling DAO is equal to this angle. Now children, remember I told you, if two triangles are congruent, remaining characters are equal. Tell me, if I want to prove these are parallel, I should prove that they are alternate. So tell me, what is the equal angle for DAO?
CBO.
BCO. DA. In fact, angle, the corresponding angle is this one. You can write down the reason here. I told you the reason, important reason. Corresponding angles of congruent triangle. You are given half marks for that. Write down corresponding angles of congruent triangle. So
Miss,
you can do it. Corresponding angles. No. You can't write alternate now. You can write alternate only if they are parallel, no Shaskrit. Only if they are parallel you can write. So still we didn't prove it is parallel. Okay. So you should write down corresponding angles of congruent triangles, and then you can write down therefore DA is parallel to BC. Alternate angles within brackets you can write. Always remember, without knowing they are parallel, you can't say they are alternate. That's why that reason in the bracket is important. Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Those are the points I gave you in the first page of your note.
Miss, in DAO equal to BCO, what is the reason should we say?
Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. In the earlier question, what did I give you? Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Remember these things. If two triangles are congruent, remaining characters are being equal. With that reason, you can proceed the question. Okay, now listen very carefully. This lesson is not difficult. Okay, there are 4 cases of congruency you should learn in this lesson. First one is SSS. That is what we learned today. Second case will be AAS, angle side. Third case will be based on the SAS. Okay, in the book it's not there for the order. In the book it is not for the order. RHS is there, the last case. Before last is only SSS. But never mind, we'll be learning everything together. So first, today we have learned one case. So we'll write the definition for that case. Write down below. Take another color pen and write. The case in which two sides and the case in which, that is what we learned today. The case in which two sides and the included angle of one triangle
Miss, after two sides?
okay, the case in which two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and the included angle of another triangle. Can you all read it alone and tell me what is the case we learned today? Read the definition and tell me.
SAS.
Today we learned SAS.
Miss, SAS rule.
Yeah, SAS rule. Good. So in front of that you write down SAS. Okay, mark your homework. Exercise 5.1, question number 2, 3, and 4. So I am not going to start the next part today. It will be a confusion for you. Next case is AAS case. That will be started in the next session, probably in the next session. Suppose if I am not discussing the fractions paper, I'll be starting. So please make sure I have discussed with you 3 questions, and I'm giving you 3 questions homework. Especially make your focus on the second question. in your second question, you have to read the data given and you have to draw the diagram and mark the data, and then you have to prove the congruency. Then you should write down what are the other remaining angles and sides which are equal. Do you understand what I said? Draw the figure, mark the data, prove the congruency, write the remaining characteristics which are equal in sides and angles. That is the second question. In the third question, you have to do the proof just like we did for the fifth one. In the fourth question also, you have to do the proof just like we did for the fifth one. Usually, for the third question and fourth question, 10 marks are allocated. Those are the questions which comes to your Maths O-Level paper part 2 side as well. So definitely when you get questions on that type of one congruencies, don't leave them. They are the easiest questions that you can get marks, right? Do you have any questions or unclear parts of today's lesson?
No, teacher.
Everything is clear for everyone?
Clear, Miss.
Okay, great. Then we can end the session today a bit early. And that's all. Good night, children. Have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Miss. Good night.
Thank you,
Good
teacher.